Welcome back to the Whisky Couch here in sunny South Africa. My name is GUSTAV MULLER and this is Whisky Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 100. Today's whisky is the Snow Grouse and it is the third in a series that I'm doing on Famous Grouse whiskies. The Snow Grouse, and it says here blended grain Scotch whisky. Serve seriously chilled, which is now interesting. Very interesting. Bottled at 40%, and this is the 1 liter bottle for the travel retail market. Now, in the first review that I did on Famous Grouse whiskies, that was on the entry level blended Scotch, I did give a bit of background and information about the Famous Grouse brand and also the fact that the Glenturret distillery is the spiritual home of Famous Grouse and that it belongs to Edrington and all of the other distilleries involved. So I'm not going to give all of that information again. I'm going to go straight to the whiskey. And I've got one room temperature dram that I've poured, and I've got one very chilled dram to see what the difference is and why do they say that one can enjoy this dram, this whiskey expression chilled. Let's start with the color. It is a pale gold color, and that means that there's probably no sherry cask influence in this whiskey, probably only ex-bourbon cask. And we will pretty soon see, if we go through the tasting and the nosing of this whiskey, whether my prediction is true. Room temperature, a very sweet grain syrupy note on the nose, and then some vanilla, honey and wood spices. Clear indication that this whiskey was matured in ex-bourbon casks. That would be my guess. The chilled version, obviously there will not be that much aroma because of the fact that it's chilled. It's closed up when it's chilled, but you can smell sort of the chill factor, the chili fumes, and a slight note of vanilla and honey. That is about everything that one can pick up on the chilled version. Let's go to the room temperature version. What a soft and delicate whiskey. No alcohol burn on the nose, 40% alcohol by volume. On the palate, light and delicate sweet grain. Everything that I experienced on the nose, directly on the palate, the vanilla, the honey. Yes. Such a light and delicate whiskey. A little bit of oak spices, a little bit oily, coating your mouth. And the vanilla and honey is evolving into a fudge note on the palate. So let me go to the chilled version. Still very little on the nose. Now that is quite an experience, and I think that is the whole idea with this expression. As you sip the chilled whiskey, it warms up in your mouth, and it is as if the vanilla and the honey flavors become alive in your mouth, which is quite an experience. It's almost like vanilla fudge is melting in your mouth. Very, very interesting. This is quite something. Initially it's thick and oily, and then as it warms up it becomes thin. It sort of disappears, and the vanilla and the fudge and the honey and those oak spices, they just become alive like a very slow explosion happening in your mouth. What an interesting experience. The finish is sweet, spicy, with a little bit of alcohol warmth. I'm going to add a few drops of water to the room temperature drum. Let's see. And I'm quite aware that it's only 40% ABV, so I'm very hesitant to add water, but okay, more sweet grain. So the water opens up more sweet grain on the nose. It's just even more delicate and even more smooth. Very, very interesting. My summary would be a light grain whiskey with a twist in that you can enjoy it chilled, which is quite an adventure. I must give it to them. That's a very, very nice twist. On a personal note, I do miss the malty component. I am a malt fan, I must confess. But in the same breath, I want to say, this is quite an interesting experience. Cost-wise, not too bad. I think it's around $20 in the US and around £20 in the UK. Here in South Africa, it's not that readily available. I battled quite a bit to get hold of this one at approximately 400 Rand, if I remember correctly. Now, if you want to pair this very interesting blended grain whiskey from Famous Grouse with a food snack, then I would recommend that you connect with the vanilla component or element of the flavor profile. So, in other words, the humble vanilla wafer stick could be a very good choice. I'm going to take one out so that it is a little bit more visible. There we go, filled with a vanilla flavor on the inside. So this could work very well. Vanilla meringues can work very well, even white chocolate or honeyed cream cheese on crackers, or in fact vanilla ice cream will be a wonderful pairing for this whiskey. But let's see how the vanilla wafer stick works. This is so exciting. It's like a hand-in-glove pairing. The vanilla flavors just connect. The pairing snack is a delicate snack, and the whiskey is a delicate and soft whiskey, and it just works wonderfully. Fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to share this with your friends, and I will see you again hopefully tomorrow for the next in line of the Famous Grouse expressions that I am reviewing. Sláinte.